Imagine, just imagine. Try to transport yourselves, if only for a brief moment in time, back to 1938, to the cobblestone streets of Bogota with its horse-drawn carriages, which were still the main mode of transportation in the city. A group of 3 founding families possessed a grand vision to establish a first-of-its-kind transformational school, an unheard-of mixed-gender school for both boys and girls, with a non-sectarian Colombian and U.S. dual academic program, with English as the primary language of instruction. Looking back, it was remarkable to even consider it in the South American region, and therefore it was groundbreaking for its time. And thus began CNG's journey, and the beginning of making the impossible become possible. And what's the result? Honor, tradition, and visionary future. Mere words to us? No, it has actually been the CNG way and a foundational attribute of our school's deep-seated DNA. From the very beginning, as the most significant conviction within our mission statement, CNG seeks to motivate students to achieve their fullest potential for excellence. Over these many years, we have fervently believed that a comprehensive, broadly inclusive education will best serve our students for leadership and service in a rapidly changing world. Yet, in this regard, CNG fully understands that a written school purpose will tragically fall short of its best intentions without school-wide socialization and a commitment to embedding it in daily action. For this chief reason, we would like to share with you, as the 2021 Engagement Review Team, the preponderance of evidence that highlights CNG's relentless commitment to continuous school improvement. It's our CNG way, and a systemic aspect, our institutional DNA. So welcome to our ongoing journey and your vital role in helping us as a school push ourselves to the next level for the benefit of our students. In a highly complex, ambiguous, and changing world, educational institutions can sometimes lose focus as well as lose their way. Therefore, we view this Cognia visit as a key part in keeping us on track and moving forward and upward. Over these next few minutes together, we would like to share with you our fundamental guiding principles that keep us going in the right direction, despite the new territory that schools must navigate in today's complex world. And with us at CNG, it all starts with our North.
When undertaking any big journey, especially one with a major impact on future generations, if you don't have a clear north, most institutions will eventually wander and become lost. Fortunately, at CNG, we are guided by an unwavering vision focused on a holistic program that supports the broadest diversity of learners to help them achieve success in learning and in life. This vision, our true north, can be seen everywhere on campus, in the boardroom as our prime driver for decision-making, in every school building and office as a constant reminder, and within every classroom and learning space across the whole campus. This north also reflects the CNG way, our commitment to continuous improvement and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Our annual commitment to an ongoing process of honest self-evaluation helps us to identify our strengths as well as expose key areas for improvement. And throughout the years, the candid and robust input from all of our stakeholder groups also serves a vital purpose in supporting our improvement efforts. As part of this critical process, CNG fully recognizes that a well-articulated and clearly defined role and function for school governance provides the necessary structures to formalize and embed our respective stakeholder responsibilities throughout the improvement process. Over the years, and I can speak not only as a current board member, but also as a former grade-level representative of our democratically elected parent council, we have created a deep understanding within our community that all stakeholders have a guaranteed place at the table to help drive forward school improvement. It's truly a team effort. Foundational to systematizing this process, it takes a rock-solid yet continually revised board policy manual to achieve aligned organizational objectives over time. Additionally, it takes an ongoing understanding that conditions change, strategies need updating, and policies and procedures must adjust accordingly. For these reasons, CNG has also demonstrated an ongoing commitment to continuous improvement in our policies and protocols. As a final point, if policies and key documents only sit on a shelf like aging trophies, then mere printed pages will never get embedded into daily action. For this reason, CNG has developed its own comprehensive electronic reference warehouse, a one-stop shop that provides the most accurate policy accessibility, transparency, and accountability across all school operations. In the final analysis, it's all about mission, vision, and purpose, which serve as the guiding light to then inform governance, policy, and practice. Without question, this reflects our CNG North. And with this foundation firmly set in place, it's then up to our daily actions within the leadership and governance domain to develop and implement a cascade effect that dynamically moves the entire organization ever northward.
With a well-defined and clear north informing our actions, we would now like to provide you with a deeper understanding of this critical notion of the cascade effect at CNG in transforming purpose into action. We fully realize the importance of the K-4 to 12 alignment of CNG's missional aspects with our strategic plan frameworks and school improvement goals. Just as our policy documents have continually evolved based on our organizational evolution, so too has our strategic planning evolved while still maintaining a systemic approach. During our last accreditation visit in 2016, CNG was utilizing a balanced scorecard model applied to strategic planning across a wide variety of standalone goals. Yet, as our school-wide goals began to shift these past years, becoming more complex and multi-year in nature, as well as requiring greater input and action across our different constituent groups, CNG upgraded its strategy design to the stakeholder framework model. This approach now provides our school with the ability to develop more nuanced, multi-strand, and multi-phased improvement goals, which also helps leverage a broader group of school leaders, using a more collaborative approach to achieving school-wide objectives. Thus, our upgraded model now incorporates even more input from our stakeholders through surveys, formalized meetings, and focus groups. Again, it's a big team effort. Similar to our focus on expanding multidisciplinary learning design at CNG, the stakeholder strategic framework also recognizes the interconnectedness of school improvement goals, where strong linkages occur between program improvement, facilities and operational upgrades, stakeholder satisfaction, and measurable performance outcomes, all of which have combined to produce multiple regional and international recognitions over these past 5 years. Yet we also realize that one size does not fit all in terms of strategic planning or the frameworks that most effectively achieve its targeted outcomes. As a result, we have developed a broader toolkit of approaches depending upon the particular school goal. Much like a teacher who makes thoughtful and purposeful decisions in selecting instructional strategies, CNG has utilized a wider variety of goal documents that better align to our work plans and action items, and help ensure the most optimal fit for generating targeted outcomes. Our recent multi-year process to become the first school of character in South America serves as but one example of our methodology for linking the strategy to a specific framework to achieve its intended result. On one final note about the cascade effect for achieving goals as well as improving stakeholder engagement, on an annual and ongoing basis, our school transparently communicates the impact of our interventions in school improvement, whether at the annual General Assembly for all CNG parents and staff, or in open reports to our community based on twice annual ISO 9001 internal and external audits, or to Cognia, through the progress reports and robust 5-year self-assessments, to name just a few. Our Board of Directors and leadership team take full accountability for institutional progress, producing results, communicating outcomes, and then sunshining next steps to continue the cyclical process. These data points only reflect the big picture of leadership impact across the institution writ large. Yet we also see improvement efforts targeted specifically to our more detailed missional goals. Our final section related to the leadership domain highlights our improvement efforts at a more micro level to better individualize and differentiate for a more effective dual program education for all students.
Beyond big picture impacts, our school purpose and leadership efforts also cascade down to the building levels, into the classroom of our students and teachers. This process helps us generate measurable results that exhibit CNG capacity to implement strategies to improve learner and educator performance. Aligned with the school-wide goal setting each year during the board and admin team's strategic planning sessions. Each major program area also develops improvement plans based on data analysis and careful evaluation process. As just one example, within our Colombian program improvement, goals might target interventions for a specific year in a particular area or span up to 3 years in the process from program development to implementation to embeddedness. Our most recent and forward-thinking initiative, Project 2025, actually began with an initial planning almost 3 years ago and required a multi-phase analysis and evaluation process before moving forward with Stanford D School, NewView X, and MIT's Design Lab. This project followed much the same lines as our self-identified area for improvement during our 2016 Advanced Ed visit. Once the visiting team confirmed our 2016 findings, we moved forward immediately to work with one of the top professors and consultants worldwide in gifted education. Her on-campus audit of our programs and services generated an 80-plus page report, and for the past 3 years we have been developing and implementing her recommendations. The improvement process in our gifted and talented program continues today as we evaluated the first 2 years of program implementation and then created another 3-year plan to continue program growth and refinement. The combined effect of school-wide initiatives and building level goals have positively impacted our ability to prepare students for the next level for many consecutive years running. Our most recent high school profile highlights our graduating class setting all-time highs in scholarships and grants, over $4 million, taking over 800 AP exams, a record high, and achieving the highest graduating class grade point average, to name just a few. Yet despite these successes, all of us as CNG know that if we stay true to our north and remain focused on the CNG way, then the best is yet to come. Finally, in the exact same way that we present our overall institutional performance results to our school community, we also provide an annual report card on student performance outcomes across multiple measures in our U.S. and Colombian programs, from math to reading and language, to IEP outcomes, to science, AP, and SAT results, and the list goes on. Believe it or not, even down to student satisfaction with the quality of our school lunches. In the final analysis, these are the across-the-board impacts of the embedded linkage between the school purpose and progress, as well as our governance and leadership capacity to engage all stakeholders. The process culminates in developing continuous improvement plans and then working together to achieve even higher impact outcomes for learning and teaching. Now that we have highlighted our CNG North, we move to the ultimate reason why we are here, our core function, the east and the west of our guiding principles on the CNG continuous improvement journey.
Just as we understand the certainty of the sun rising in the east and setting in the west, CNG has its own assurance of the set path on our journey of continuous improvement in the learning domain. First of all, honor tradition reflects our East, a comprehensive holistic program to help all students succeed at the next level. And secondly, visionary future reflects our West, and our belief in advancing learning and teaching through innovative programs that prepare students for leading and serving in a changing world. Just as our school purpose and philosophy guide us in the leadership domain, CNG's epistemological framework helps us align our efforts to our vision statement as well as translate our philosophical ideas about education into daily practice. In simple terms, this framework reflects what we believe about education and the way students learn with a direct link to our mission statement, with its strong focus on each individual's potential for excellence and our commitment to helping all learners achieve success. For these reasons, as an outgrowth of our 2016 visit, CNG developed an articulated vision for differentiation, along with key principles and practices that outline responsibilities for students, teachers, and school leaders. This vision extends across both our U.S. and Colombian programs, with an intentional approach to embed at CNG a strong learning culture with high standards and expectations for each stakeholder group. The document also highlights each group's respective roles and responsibilities to fully leverage differentiated learning and teaching in the classroom. Finally, our epistemological and differentiated learning foundations cascade down into the classroom by fully informing our expansive learning and teaching handbook. This key resource provides a comprehensive roadmap, along with extensive practices in curriculum design, instructional strategies, and formative summative assessment practices to ensure the continuity and articulation of our joint efforts across the entire K-4 to 12 program. With this handbook, now reflecting its third iteration, the current version highlights our ongoing evaluation of programs and services in order to monitor, adjust, and improve our school's learning culture as well as student performance outcomes. In the end, this introduction to the learning domain attempts to underscore what we do and why we do it, the first two critical pieces for establishing a robust and effective learning culture. Let's now shift to the next key section that explains how we do it and the combined effect of its impact for our students and their success at the next level.
As one of the longest-serving teachers in high school, I have witnessed firsthand more than a decade of advancements in our learning program and culture at CNG. Key to this process, we have an established curriculum cycle to help ensure the ongoing evaluation and improvement of each curricular area. A look at this year's detailed areas of focus for each department amplifies the work being done each year to advance our programs and services. As every grade level at primary and elementary, along with every department at middle and high school, pursue their improvement plans, we continue to update our units of study in Atlas Rubicon to reflect revisions, changes, and additions. This annual process allows us to keep the learning program dynamic to meet the varying needs of our students, including addressing any gaps in learning caused by the pandemic. Additionally, in this process, our school has an established testing calendar that provides annual data from standardized assessments across multiple areas. Speaking as a high school teacher, from the Colombian National Exam to AP results to PSCT and SET data, these results are analyzed and help inform our program improvements. Supplementing these external data, we also have a clearly defined assessment model and protocol, which outlines our assessment philosophies at a broad level, yet also provides detailed examples on how to put the model into practice. This allows teachers, grade level teams, and departments to include internal assessments in our evaluation process, and those results allow us to triangulate data for program improvement. As one final example of the cascade effect of our beliefs for learning and teaching, we also set high expectations for all teachers as part of our Teacher Performance Evaluation System, or TPES. This process helps us improve in the areas of instructional planning, differentiated learning experiences for students, effective feedback and assessment on student progress, classroom learning environment, and our commitment to CNG's core values, ethics, and international mindedness. This reflects only a small snapshot of the how we do it on the teaching side of our learning program and culture. Now, let's take a look at where this ongoing improvement process and interventions really matter in practice with students and their learning experiences.
As a senior this year at CNG, I have also seen how the school has continued to improve in helping all students become successful in their learning. When I saw the results of the student surveys this year, several parts really stood out for me. 1. Students are really happy at school, and we feel safe here with a strong sense of community among our friends, teachers, and parents. 2. All of us appreciate the many opportunities that CNG gives us to learn and to grow. And 3. All of us feel challenged academically with high expectations for our learning. As I face university life only a few months away, I am so grateful for the many opportunities that I've had in middle school and high school these last 7 years. I have been able to take courses like AP Studio 3D Art, AP Art History, AP Environmental Science, and AP Psychology. And when I think of all my classmates as they finish their final year and look ahead to college, I'm also so grateful that our school has given them the same opportunities for success no matter what their talents, abilities, or interests are for college and career. Whether we have taken 6 to 8 AP courses during high school or really struggle in math and science and we need a lot of extra support, our teachers, counselors, and principals have been there for us. As this year's elected representative of all students in school, I am proud to be part of that place that works hard to help every student find their unique passion in life and make a difference in the world. And we feel very prepared in taking that next step. For example, most of our parents chose CNG for its diversity, whether in nationality, race, religion, sexual orientation, or learning ability. And given this diversity, our school provides many opportunities to belong to a wide variety of clubs, organizations, and activities that meet our interests and give us a stronger sense of belonging. Finally, as one of the major parts of CNG's program, we have many opportunities to develop character for leadership and service. All of us actually begin getting involved in social responsibility starting in primary school. I've had many experiences over the years in our Classroom Without Walls program with students at our foundation school, the Hogar, and throughout community service at the high school. These experiences help us break out of the bubble and we get to know our community in Colombia in a better way. Yes, the school has expected me to be a good student, but it also expects me to be a good person and a global citizen. My time at CNG has prepared me for the future and for success once I leave here. I'm proud to be a part of CNG, and I know that my very positive experience here will continue to have a big impact in helping me to pursue my dreams. I also know that plans are already underway to take our school to the next level with Project 2025, and I'm excited to see my school look for more ways to get even better in the future.
As a relatively new teacher and program coordinator here at CNG, I learned quickly that I had entered a school culture that believes in getting better every day and works hard at it. I've also learned that we have a strong belief in looking at challenges and transforming them into opportunities. It's how we move ahead as a school with our focus, on visionary future, and the pandemic didn't slow us down. Over 2 years ago, our school began focusing on a less is more approach to our curriculum. And grade level teams and secondary level departments started identifying power standards within their units and students in courses in order to drive that effort forward. The pandemic only served to highlight the fact that limited instructional time demands us to select priority learning outcomes. And we took the opportunity to ask ourselves, what really matters most for students learning in our classes? We also leveraged this work in determining power standards to help us better prepare for more interdisciplinary learning as part of Project 2025. Despite the incredible challenges of the pandemic, we found a way to find opportunities to help us advance along the way. Beyond the opportunities to improve curriculum and instruction, we also look to extend our own professional development and learning during this time. Zoom has provided us more possibilities than ever to advance with more effective technology tools through Google Summits, with expanded research-based practices and learning modalities through the Global Online Academy, and in our Character Strong programs and child protection protocols. In addition to advancing school-wide goals, we also took the opportunity to improve area-specific learning programs during this time. As one of the major steps forward at the primary and elementary levels, our homeroom teachers and Spanish Sociales teachers began working on an important early biliteracy initiative with closer collaboration, curricular teaming, and alignment of our literacy programs. At the secondary level, with the major shift at the College Board in their restructuring of pre-AP programs, CNG began the shift by reevaluating our middle school and high school pre-AP courses. During the past year, we have developed a 3-year plan to phase in these changes. The process will include analyzing current programs, updating curricula to address the changes, and looking to develop more inclusive approaches that encourage students to take the most rigorous program of study available to them, and also provide the necessary scaffolding for them to be successful at it. We fully realize that the higher a school sets its standards and expectations for students, the stronger your support systems must be for them. Therefore, last but certainly not least, as a values-driven school, we feel a strong responsibility for modeling our core values and developing them in our students. As a result, we have prioritized our recent work to focus on embedding into our school and classrooms the necessary structures to create a more caring and supportive learning environment. These efforts extend to both students and staff, and the impact of our work can be seen in this year's survey results, which highlighted across all stakeholder groups a strong sense of community, support, caring, and a safe learning environment for all. It's what we do, why we do it, and how we do it at CNG. Addressing challenges, finding opportunities, and getting better at generating a more effective learning culture that supports improved learning and teaching. And our major upcoming school initiative, Project 2025, purposefully intends to keep this process going for many years to come.
Just as we see Andrea excited about her future when she graduates this year, we are also excited about our future too. Our teachers and our school have started to share with us some exciting news about Project 2025, and that we will be working with Stanford University and a place called New UX. Some of our friends have already shared their thoughts and hopes for the future as part of focus groups who are adding their voices to the project. We know that more technology and design thinking will be part of this project, and we have already started seeing it in class and using the makerspace in our school. In the survey that we took this year, we know that what we like the best will always be the same as CNG, even with Project 2025. We liked best our teachers, our friends, learning opportunities, our libraries and books, teaching and learning, and all the nice people here. And these things don't happen to be by luck. Our school has a Character for Life program, and we are taught the CNG core values, and we have a Character Strong curriculum too that we learn about in our lessons. Our teachers and principals also let us know that we need to follow the honor code at CNG. And we know that we are responsible to be good citizens at our school and learn to get along with others who are different from us. Plus, if we make a mistake, our counselors and principals will try to help us make things better if we hurt someone else's feelings. Our teachers also help us as a group to make our classroom a safe and caring place for everyone. And we work together every year to create our own classroom norms, so everyone feels that they belong here and are a part of a big group. We know that our teachers will always challenge us to be the best that we can be inside and outside of the classroom. And they will also be here to support us in learning how to be better people. We also have our counselors here to help us. CNG has 14 counselors, including a counselor at every grade level at middle school and high school, who follow along with their own class each year and learn to know every student by name. It's nice to know that they're here for us and that our school cares for us. Finally, we know from COVID-19 that things can change in a big way at any time. But we have also learned that our teachers, friends, family, and other school will be here to help us. No matter what changes are going to happen in the future, we know that CNG will prepare us to be ready no matter what.
Oh my, let's face it, that's a really powerful statement coming from the mouths of our future generations of a CNG education, preparing students to be ready for the future no matter what. Yet, it's part of our thoughtful process here at CNG when we think about what we do, why we do it, and how we do it. As the final balanced program perspective in CNG's Compass Rose on our journey, we fully comprehend the importance of resource allocation, our South, in order to achieve our ongoing goals for improved student learning and increased organizational effectiveness. If we lack stakeholder commitment to ensuring resource capacity in helping to achieve our school's purpose, then all of our outcome objectives reflect merely words on a page. But that's not the CNG way. And we understand that excellence doesn't come on the cheap. It requires financial resources, quality staffing, and a commitment to sustainability over the long run. We fully comprehend that we need equitable, targeted, and robust resource allocation as a vital and measured part of our overall Compass Rose to achieve our school-wide objectives. As part of our missional goal at CNG, we value the needs of all students, whether they are part of our college preparatory program, learning resource program, or gifted and talented program. All students receive the vital types of programs and services that help them achieve their true potential for excellence. The third and final part of this institutional overview highlights our ongoing commitment to allocating the necessary resources to achieving our school's purpose. High quality learning and teaching for all students, our core function. Even though this resource domain has represented our highest functional area in both the 2011 and 2016 Advanced Ed Review Team results, our school has continued to fully comprehend the importance of investing our time, talents, and resources into this area as critical for ensuring long-term improvement in student learning and organizational effectiveness. Without this strong South as a balanced part of our overall program, CNG could neither maintain its North nor ensure its honored tradition and visionary future, where the sun rises and sets each and every day. The following section highlights our ongoing commitment to achieving all these fully aligned and linked missional ends.
No school can either promise or guarantee the delivery of quality programs without ensuring high-quality staffing will be there to provide for it. Given CNG's commitment to serving the diverse needs of all learners, our school has committed itself to major resource outlay and allocation in order to hire, retain, and continue to develop and train our staff to deliver on this core promise. Our commitment extends to every student, from our exceptional learners amongst our gifted and talented student population, to our exceptional learners in our AP and honors programs, to our exceptional learners who need added support in order to achieve their individual potential for excellence.
In our mindsets at CNG, all students are uniquely exceptional in their own special way, and we focus on providing high-quality staffing, educated, trained, and certified to provide an exceptional program for each and every student according to their differentiated needs. As just a few examples, we have trained and certified special education teachers working side by side in classrooms with teachers in a co-teaching model. We also have speech and language therapists, reading and math specialists, occupational therapists, and school psychologists. Our comprehensive services take a collaborative team approach, and we work closely in partnership with parents in developing individualized education plans, as well as individualized learning plans. We have staff to monitor and adjust these plans to better serve our students. We also have instructional coaches to support teachers in their efforts as well. We also engage and involve our parents in the process in order to gain information and feedback for program improvement so our services continue advancing in quality each year. All of these services would not be possible without a robust financial resource base and commitment to excellence through competitive salaries and benefits. For 12 straight years, CNG has beaten inflation both in Colombia and in the US to continue to hire and retain the best and brightest faculty, support staff, and administrators. Yet it's not only about hiring and retaining, it's also about honoring the knowledge, skills, and dispositions of our staff on a weekly, monthly, and annual basis. From the Safe Schools training that occurs before someone even sets foot on our campus and continues throughout their tenure at CNG, to the weekly professional learning opportunities available across every work area, to the robust onboarding process for new teachers and staff, to special orientation sessions that provide our new teachers and staff with an understanding of our school purpose, culture, and expectations. Just as we uphold high standards for our students and expect their continuous learning and growth, so too do we hold ourselves as a staff accountable for reaching those same high standards and improvement practices. We also take responsibility for evaluating our professional learning programs and services by surveying and assessing the impact of these programs to monitor and adjust our current and future efforts. This analysis and evaluation process not only occurs for our school-wide efforts, but also happens for each individual professional learning opportunity on a case-by-case for all approved allocations, thus ensuring effective use of our resources. In the final analysis, over the past 4 years, CNG has seen approximately 30 to 35 annual openings across our core functions of learning and teaching. And for 4 consecutive years, we have received over 4,000 applications for these openings. In the end, we hire the top 0.5% of applicants, and then we place an equally important value on their continued growth and development once at CNG. Between quality staff and ongoing professional learning, over 80% of our annual budget goes into the most important resource at CNG, our people. And as the same most important category, resource allocation at CNG, our students benefit from the technology, support staff, and facilities to help advance high-quality learning for them in a safe, caring, and supportive environment
and school culture.
Sometimes the toughest things in life teach us the most important lessons. Sure, we all want to learn the big lessons in life the easy way, but sometimes we only understand what we really value in life once we lose them. The pandemic has taught us a lot. Like, it is not easy to learn when you only see your teachers on a computer screen or chat with your friends only on Zoom. If you look at the survey results this year, you can see what we now truly value, regardless of whether you're a student, parent, or teacher. We all value community, friends, and teachers. We care about our connections with each other and being together in this place and supporting each other. But CNG has always known this to be true. Even before COVID, our school has for many years had 14 counselors on staff to provide social-emotional support to all of us. At primary and elementary, the class starts each day with a morning meeting so everyone can feel part of the group and big family at CNG. At middle and high school, we have advisory period and VIP in small groups with a teacher who gets to know each one of us on a personal level. And we also know that we're protected at CNG. We are taught from very early in school about what's appropriate or not when it comes to touch and affection between each other and the adults in our lives. Our teachers and counselors and principals have also emphasized during the pandemic, whether we were in virtual mode, hybrid, or back on campus, the best ways to keep ourselves healthy and safe at school and at home. And CNG was one of the few schools in Latin America to conduct PCR testing for everyone for more than a year, with over $500,000 spent to keep my friends, our teachers, and our families safe. All of this work takes a bunch of people who care about us and want the best for us. And it also takes plenty of resources to make that happen. Look again at the survey results. We all agreed that as one of our top responses, the school wants all of us students to succeed and make sure that we have what we need to succeed. As one of the areas that all of us feel strongly about at school, CNG provides us with up-to-date computers, amazing libraries filled with books and databases for learning, and so much other technology and resources, including makerspaces and other places where we can be creative and innovative and active. This requires a big investment and also plenty of planning. And looking at one final area where we see our school making big improvement, our community sees our school facilities getting better every day. We now have a bridge with handicap access to keep us safe crossing the main road in front of our school. And the school will begin to build this December a new multi-use cafeteria, so we will no longer interrupt our learning because it's our scheduled lunchtime. Almost $2 million have already been donated to fund the project as part of the Building CNG's Future. It's another that my school and our community show that they care. All of us are so happy to be back in school. So much is happening. We're back in the classroom again, we're reconnecting again, and all of us feel that the future looks bright again. And we know that with Project 2025, and with Building CNG's Future, and with everyone working hard to get better every day, we're absolutely positive that the best is yet to come on our ongoing journey at CNG.
We hope this institutional overview has given you a useful snapshot of our school and helped you to better understand the key aspects that have guided and will continue to guide us into the future. Just as our mission and vision serve as our North Star and highlight our main purpose in delivering a holistic education that champions diversity for learning and life, we also understand that a balanced perspective, including key component domains like leadership, learning, and resources, must work synergistically together to ultimately complete and make useful the compass rose. Without each component, we would not be able to either effectively navigate nor successfully explore during these changing times in order to achieve ongoing school improvement for the benefit of student learning and for increased organizational effectiveness. From SACS to Advanced Ed and now to Cognia, we hold in the highest regard this robust process. And just as a 2016 visiting team motivated us toward higher levels of achievement, we truly value the upcoming efforts of all of you as we partner together for the betterment of our students, our institution, and all of our stakeholders. On behalf of our entire CNG community, thank you for your commitment to this process, for your advanced preparation before today, and for your wisdom and guidance on our path forward and the journey ahead, which will surely have impacts today and for future generations. We are CNG, and we are proud to have you as members of our Cognia family. Join us on this exciting journey as we navigate and explore together, onward and upward.